Thank you for joining me in today's program. In today's tutorial, we will teach market equilibrium. In economics, a market equilibrium exists when, for a given product or good, all that are supplied to the market equals all demanded by all demanders. Thus, an equilibrium is reached in a market so far the amount supplied is the same as the amount demanded, and there are no internal forces to precipitate or cause change. Equilibrium price is the price at which amount supplied is the same as the amount demanded. The next two pages will show a table illustration of market equilibrium and a graphical illustration of market equilibrium. This is the demand and supply schedules and the market equilibrium. From the schedule given here, the schedule above shows that equilibrium will occur at the price of 5 naira and the quantity of 7,500 kgs. Here, the quantity supplied equals the quantity demanded, that is 7,500 and 7,500. As stated earlier, the equilibrium price is 5 naira. This price is also called the market clearing price because at this price, there is neither a surplus nor a shortage. The quantity 7,500 kg sold and bought at this price is called the equilibrium quantity. At any price above 5 naira, say 20 naira, there will be a downward pressure on the price to return to 5 naira because the market will experience a surplus. But at any price below 5 naira, say 1 naira, demand will rise faster than supply, thereby mounting pressure on the price to move up to 5 naira as a result of what? Shortage. In each case, when the price moves back to 5 naira, the market will be cleared. Okay, actually the table given before is being translated in a geometry or diagram. Actually, we see that the vertical straight line here is the price line, while the horizontal straight line here is the horizontal line or quantity axis. Here we see the equilibrium price or market clearing price given here. If you trace it right way, you have a point E here, which is the equilibrium point, which is at the intersection of what? Demand, downward sloping demand curve, and the upward sloping supply curve. From that point, if you trace it down, you have the equilibrium quantity, which is 7,500. Here we see above this price line, we see the excess supply or glut. Below this point of equilibrium, we see excess demand or shortage. Now, we see that excess supply exists. Suppose price rose from 5 to 20 naira. Maybe there is an upward movement of what? Price, okay, from 5 naira to any amount, maybe 6, 7, 8, 2 naira, for instance. There will be increment in the supply because price, we say the signal that it is profitable to produce more so as to supply more. Demand will decrease because given for a normal good, higher price leads to what? Lower quantity. Conversely, suppose price descends from 5 to 1 naira, there will be excess demand following the law of demand that the lower the price, the higher the quantity demanded. As the price decreases from 5 to 1, demand increase from whatever, maybe 2 naira, 2 quantity, 3, 4, 5 to what? Maybe beyond 7,500 to 8,000, 9,000, 86. That will lead to what? Shortage. So this is the graphical presentation of the demand and supply schedules and the market equilibrium. Now we have the market equilibrium, or algebraic approach. We have already known that equilibrium in demand and supply analysis exists when quantity demanded and supplied are the same or equal. Mathematically, we have this as Q sub X equals Q sub D, where Q sub X implies quantity supplied and Q sub D implies quantity demanded. So, by equating the supply as well as demand functions, the equilibrium price and the quantity can be found. The mathematical treatment of this is given in the next page. So, in this page, we have to trace the algebraic solution to demand and supply functions. In this particular page, we will teach that of one market demand and supply function. Now, we give the example of the question as Q sub X, that is quantity supplied, okay, Q sub X equal to minus 20 plus 3P, where P is the price, Q sub S is the quantity supplied, okay? Again, Q sub D, which is quantity demanded of a particular good, equal to 220 minus 5P. Okay, we see that from the first equation, that is supply equation, we see the constant here, which is in a negative form, and the slope, which is in a positive form, that is plus 3. If the a priori expectation is that if you differentiate QS with respect to P, you have something higher than 0. You have something higher than 0, or a number higher than 0, which is what? Plus 3, higher than 0. It shows the positive relationship between price and the quantity supplied. In the same way, from the second equation, that is demand equation, we have our constant to be 220 and our slope to be what? Minus 5. It shows that the a priori expectation is that when you differentiate QD with respect to what? P, we have something less than what? 0. This shows a negative tie or relationship between quantity demanded and the price. All right, then we proceed by our solution. For solution, the economic theory of supply and demand says that at equilibrium, quantity demanded, or let's say at equilibrium, QD equals QX, or let's say QX equals QD. That is, quantity demanded equals quantity supplied. QX, yeah, equals QD. Okay. So, we equate this, which is minus 20 plus 3P is the same as 220 minus 5P. Again, what do we do in mathematics when we have something like this? We see that P and P from both sides are like terms, okay? So we have to transpose terms, okay? All right, let the right-hand side variable, that is minus 5p, comes to the left-hand side, so that we have 3p plus 5p to be the same as 220 plus 20. That is the constant minus 20 from the left-hand side has moved over towards the right-hand side to turn 20, while minus 5p from the right-hand side moves over to turn what to plus 5p. Okay, in this our new equation. So we factorize, okay? The common factor there is p, so we factor out p. From the left-hand side of the new equation, we factor out p to have what? 3 plus what? 5. To be equal to, we sum the constant at the right-hand side to have 240. Okay? Now, the summation of this, 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 times p will give me 8p. To be equal to 240. All right? So we divide through. We divide through by what? By 8. 8p over 8. 8 and 8 we cancel out. 240 divided by 8 will give me 30. So when we divide through by 8, we have our price p to be equal to 240 divided by 8, which gives me 30. All right. So we see that our market clearing price is now 30. We saw for quantity, that is equilibrium quantity, whereby when you substitute 30, that is P equal to 30, in the first two equations, in either of them, maybe in Qx equals to minus 20 plus 3P. When you put 30 into P and evaluate, we shall have a quantity of what? 70. When we also put that in QD equals to 220 plus 5P, minus 5P, we shall have 70 also. So do you see? It doesn't matter in either of the equation we put that. Since we have said that as equilibrium, that QD is equal to what? QX. So we can substitute the P equal to 30 in any of the QX equation or QD equation. In this case, let us put it in QX equation. So we have minus 20 plus 3P, but in place of P, we shall have 30, because P is our equilibrium price. So when you evaluate, 3 times 30 shall give me 90. Then minus 20 plus 90 is now equal to what? 70. So the equilibrium quantity is 70. The equilibrium quantity is 70 kg or units. The graphical presentation of this is given in the last page. This is the graphical presentation of the mathematics or algebraic solution to demand and supply we just did in the former page. Here we see the market clearing price or the equilibrium price of 30 naira along the price axis. Along the quantity axis, we see the equilibrium quantity of 70 kg. If we trace it up, you will see the equilibrium point, that is E, which is the equilibrium point, which is the intersection of what? Downward sloping demand curve and the direct sloping supply curve. At this point, that is at the point of E, that q sub D equals q sub X. Thank you for watching. Hope you find this helpful. This video is made by Makasi Chinedu. Please do subscribe for more videos from Makasi's Academy. Below are a list of my contacts. Thank you.